So we are going to learn how we can create this cool effect on click, and we can do it for any single element that we want. You could see, and if you want, you could do it for an icon. You could do for any single thing that you want, and it doesn't have to be this animation. You could do any animation that you want, and it's very easy to do. So let's get started. Also, if my voice is a bit low, just make sure to increase the volume because my my throat is a bit sore today. And one more thing I want you guys to know is that if you have Elementor Pro, then you don't need to install 2 extra plugins. So basically, if you have free version, to make this work on your whole website, you will need to install 2 extra plugins. If you have Elementor Pro, you don't need to install 2 extra plugins. You could just use Elementor Pro. So for people who don't have Elementor Pro, I would suggest getting it from the link in description, and that way you could support me to make more videos like this. So let's get started. Now first thing that you could see is that I have added an HTML widget like this on the top. Like this, you could place it anywhere, and I have added this code which would be in description around here. And basically this makes the animation work, and the way it makes it work is by it checks the CSS class of the element sparkle element. So you could see that right now it is checking CSS class, and wherever you want the animation to happen, you give that element sparkle element class. So you could see I've given it here, but I have not given this to this one. So if I go to this side, you could see on click it does absolutely nothing, but if I click on here, you could see the animation happens. See? So that's all you need to do for like a singular page. So basically you copy paste the code and then add it around here, and let's say, and not just that, you also have to like give it a z-index of 2, because if we go into the code and check, sorry for the horns if you guys can hear it, but you could see that for the animation I've given it a z-index of 1, and this one is I'm giving this 2. So basically the animation should run behind that. So you could see that if I click on here, the animation runs behind this. But if I give this, let's say, let me remove this. Let's say if I give this like this, no z-index, it will just work on top of this one. You could see. So make sure you give z-index higher than 1. And that way it would work. Now another thing is, if you guys don't know how Elementor works, it actually creates like containers, basically a div, and you could see that this pink border, if I don't do align self or align self to start, the pink border is actually stretching till now this much. So the issue is the sparkle element is actually considering this whole element as our element wherever the pink border is. So if I just update it and refresh it now, like this, let's refresh it. Now if you check, you could see that it is considering this whole as an element. So if I click around here, it just works like this. So make sure this is set to the perfect size of whatever element it is that you want to have the animation happening. Now another thing that I want to tell about this code is that if I refresh this, you could see that when I add sparkle element CSS to this one, it is also adding sparkle element CSS to this text and to this button, and it is adding it individually. So rather than having it to the whole container and just that whole container, it is adding to that, it is also adding to the child elements. Basically, if you go to the HTML of this page, you could see that there would be text, and then there would be another div for this, what you call this icon. So what this basically does is that when you just click on this icon, it does the animation from there, rather than considering this as the whole has this one whole element. I don't know how to fix that, but you could see that if there is no no icon, it perfectly works like this without any issues. And here also, but if I do icon, it does stuff like this. So not sure how to fix that, but just keep that in mind. And to explain to you guys what this code basically is doing is, it is basically creating a container which is 200 by 200 in size, and basically spawning it whenever we click on an element which has the CSS class sparkle element like this. It basically is creating an element, a container, and then once the animation is done, it basically makes it disappear. And I actually have used it in the previous video too, which is basically whenever you click somewhere, it does that animation. You could see this is like the previous video that you could check, and I'm using the same method on this side too. and instead of using it on our mouse location, we are actually doing it based on our CSS location. And one more thing that I want to show you is that if I just remove this one and make it background blue, let me update and show you on the main page, and this would help you to visualize it. And you could see that when I click somewhere, it creates this box. You could see, so basically that's what we are doing, is whenever we click somewhere, we create this box like this, and when the animation happens, it basically deletes that box, and that box actually contains our Lottie animation. So let's quickly get into the code. And one more thing is that because I have added this HTML widget on this top page, or only on this page, it will only work on this page. So if you want to know how you can add it to your whole website, just wait till the end of the video and I'll explain you how you could do it for both Elementor free and pro version. So let me explain to you a bit of the code so that you could customize it better. So we are basically running a Lottie script, and then we are adding a click event, and again this one you guys don't need to understand. And this one is basically, you see, when we click, we are creating this container, and that is basically this one, which is whenever we click, we want to create an container, and that container should have a CSS class of sparkle animation. So whenever we click this create this container, it will have sparkle animation CSS class, and basically that allows us to add any customizing CSS around here to add around here. So basically you could see that if you want, you could change the size of your height and width to whatever you want so that the animation gets bigger. So if I go in here and then make it 300 by 300 like this, you could see now the animation is a lot bigger. It is 300 by 300. So you could change the height and width to whatever you want around here. And this one is .sparkle element cursor pointer. You could delete it if you don't want it. Basically what it does is whenever you hover on sparkle element like this, your mouse changes to this hand icon. So you could see now it is like the mouse and then it turns into hand icon. So if you don't want that to happen, you could delete it and it would still work. Now this section controls on how it is placed or where it is placed. This Lottie animation, basically we want the Lottie animation to be placed in the center of whatever the element that we are clicking, right? We don't want it to be on the left side or right side. So this one just makes sure that the container is placed in the center. And one simple explanation to how this works is if I go on here, and you could see this is like left, and then we have the top, and it is basically left top and scroll X, scroll Y, width, height, nothing crazy, but I'll show you for the left one, and you could like understand from the top one by from this too. So this is the thing that we have used for the left location, you could see, and I've added it around here. So rect left is basically distance from the left side of the screen to the element. So from left side to the learn more button, or from the left side to this learn more button. So that is the element distance from left side to the element. Then we have windows.scroll X, which is similar, which is it finds the distance from the left to the element, but we are using windows.scroll X. Basically it does it for like the whole website. It doesn't make sense for windows.scroll X for the left distance, but it makes sense for the top one, because what it does is rather than just checking it on the viewport, which is viewport is like this screen, right? If we check the viewports from this way, let's say top distance from this to this, it would be different. But if we use something like windows.scroll Y, what it does is it checks the distance from the top of the page to the completely till down like this. So this one contains from this point to this point distance. So if we don't use let's say windows.scroll Y, it would not work it that way. It would only find distance like this. But we don't want that. We want it to find distance from the top to bottom. And the reason is because if you have some dynamic elements, so for example, if I click around here and it moves the screen or something, then it would just not work well if you don't use Windows Scroll Y. Basically, if you don't understand it, just know that we are finding the distance from this to the top of the page like this. Rather than finding distance from this to this, we are finding the whole whole document size or whole web page size like this. So we are using Windows Scroll X, And then we have rectangle width, which is the element size. So we find the element size, whatever it is. So we find the rectangle width or whatever element we are using, it tries to find the size of it. And then minus container width, and container width is basically a size of our Lottie animation. So right now this is 300 by 200 by 200, but if you make it bigger, it would be 300 by 300 or 400 by 400. It's basically that size, and we are just running a mathematical calculation to make it be in the center. Now let's say if you just want to change the design that is around here, what you need to do is you need to just go here, type Lottie like this. Now you would not find this option if you don't have Elementor Pro. So what would you do if you don't have Elementor Pro is that you would go to plugins and you would type Lottie in your, go to add new plugins and then type Lottie and install one of these plugins like Lottie Player, Lottie JSON, Lottie Files, or anything that allows you to add Lottie files. You could also do this premium add-ons for Elementor if you wish to, which adds like multiple widgets, and actually have it installed. You could see premium add-ons for Elementor PA, and it basically adds the same widget for free. And we are only using this widget to basically upload our files. So WordPress by default does not allow you to upload JSON files, that is JSON, and Lottie files are with this extension, it does not allow you to do that. So what we simply do is we install, we use like Elementor Pro, or we install like a plugin which would allow WordPress to upload this. And once we have uploaded on this site, we simply choose the file URL, we copy it, and then we add it in the path location like this. You could see there's the text, replace this with the path to your Lottie animation JSON files. We simply add it in the quotation mark like this. And whichever you add would be the animation that would run when you click on it. And once you're done, you could basically delete this one. We are basically using that to just upload it. Let's try with new animation that I just copied it in my path. And let's add it around here and see if that works. So you could see right now it would not work. So let's update it and check on our main page. If you want to check on editor, you have to refresh it, but I'll just check it on the main page. And you could see the new animation just works. Now another thing that I want you guys to know, that if you don't know where to get Lottie animations, you could just Google it, or you could go to lottiefiles.com. And they'd actually have lots of free Lottie animations. But if you wish to create your custom animations, I actually have a tutorial on YouTube which shows how you can create your own animations with After Effects. You could see they have a plugin for After Effects. But if you don't know how to use After Effects, you could go to their own online editor, or there are multiple Lottie animation websites online where you could use like their online editor to create your custom ones, or you could just use the free versions that they have and download it to your website. Now before we go any further, I'll explain the rest of the code. Now this one basically just changes the top and left value so that it is placed in the center because we are using position absolute. Then this one basically runs the animation of our Lottie, and this one basically removes the Lottie animation when it is done. This one is basically just saying that sparkle element should have this code should run when sparkle element is clicked. And this is the last code, which is saying that you should run the code only when the whole website is loaded. That way it works perfectly. Now to go further, we want to run this code to our whole website. So let's just remove it from here. Let's update the page, and you can see it does not work anymore. So there are two ways to do it. One is if you have Elementor Pro, or if you don't have Elementor Pro, you need to go with second method. So this is why I suggest you guys to get Elementor Pro if you don't have it, because you have to use 2 less plugins, and it just does the work in one plugin. And less plugin is basically good for your WordPress site, and it also makes it faster and make sure that your website doesn't break because of like too many plugin conflicts. So let's say if you have Elementor Pro, what you would install is the second plugin called WP Code, and just install this one, WP Code, insert headers and footers. And once you install it, it will open this tab. So let's just go here, and I'll show for Elementor Pro soon. And this is what you could do. So you could click add new, go to add your custom code, and this is basically how we can run it for the whole website. we do like sparkle element animation, something. Just name it so that you remember. Make sure it is set to HTML snippet. Let's active it and save it. Now let's refresh it. Let's see if that works, and it does work. I should have changed it to the previous animation because the previous animation just works so much nicer. So you can see I just added the previous animation and it looks nice. So how about I just disable it? Let's update it so that it does not run anymore. And let's try with Elementor Pro. So you can see now I'm clicking on it and nothing's happening. And for Elementor Pro, you simply go to Elementor, go to Custom Code, go to Add New, go to Body, and paste the code in here, and just name it something like Sparkle Animation, something like that. That would remind you, and you could do wherever you want it. I'll do for entire site and save and close. Once it's updated, we can just refresh it and you could see nothing's working, but now it just works perfectly. And that's all for today. So make sure you subscribe and like to this video, share it and do whatever so that it gets more recognition and I can create more videos like this. So yeah, thanks for watching and I hope you enjoyed.